Hey everybody, it is Thursday night, which means it is the Haven Comics Quiz Show. I am your host, Josh Olive, owner of Haven Comics in Madison, the best comic book store on Slaughter Road. And stick around if you like us to see what happens when we ask nerds questions and see if they know the answers. Okay, that's not wanting to cooperate at all. I don't know what's happening with that. We've been hacked. That's my only guess. The internet is angry. And whenever I think of things that make people angry, I think about my co-host, Jeremy Bernal. How you doing, Jeremy?
I knew it was coming, and I'm ready for it. I'll accept it. If I get you riled up, I've got you thinking.
I see you've already changed your name from what you had up there earlier.
Oh yeah, I was just testing it out.
You were testing it. You were waxing philosophical.
I'll go back to it.
I got Haven Comics up here, and where his name goes, it said, "Who are any of us really?" Waxing philosophical. That was it was very deep. It was very deep.
Well, I'm glad I could make you question your reality. Hopefully, I don't drive you insane. I heard through the grapevine that today is a special day for you, and I'd like to say congratulations. How many years is it?
Today is a special day for me, and I may or may not be in just a smidgen of trouble for being on this quiz show with you, because today is my 15th wedding anniversary.
Congratulations!
Yeah, and here I am spending it with you.
Hey, look at this face. So 15 years. What is that gift? Ignoring her for this quiz show. Clearly, that's the gift you gave her.
Yeah. So alone time. That's it. Yeah. With a wild puppy. Yeah, I forget what the old one is. The modern one is something to do with timekeeping devices of some sort. Mm-hmm. But what I got her was. This is going to sound strange, but I got her a picture of one of her earliest crushes.
Who's that?
Well, Corbin Michael Delaney, who was a guest on our show, right?
Yeah.
He did an awesome picture of Robin Hood from the Disney cartoon.
Very cool. That's awesome. Do you have a picture of it?
Not handy because it's in the other room. But it's gorgeous, and she loves it. She was very excited about it. We've already commissioned him to do another piece with Maid Marian, actually.
That's really cool.
So it's really exciting. That makes me happy. Totally unrelated to that, I did get an awesome thing in today that I'm really excited to show everybody because it's something I've wanted for a long time, and I finally got. But trust Alan to hit that one square on the head. Yeah, I believe that. Before we jump off and start hitting into the comments, though, I did want to talk about one cool thing. And guys, this is flying up faster than you can imagine. That is the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo, April 9th through 11th. So that's a 3-day show this time, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you can get out and go to this show, you should, because it is invariably awesome. Comics guests, this year Jim Shooter is back, who is amazing. And talk about a guy that knows comics, just a phenomenal guy to talk to about comics. Arthur Soydam is back, the Marvel Zombie King. Zombies in general. He did Walking Dead. He did Marvel Zombies. He's been doing undead things for a long time. Sam De La Rosa, who was the inker on a lot of books, but most notably the Venom. What was the name of that story? Lethal Protector. Venom Lethal Protector.
He's a cool guy, too.
Yeah, he's a very cool guy. A new guy this year is Rags Morales, who is a phenomenal comic book artist. He's been doing it for a long time. Really, really good guy. So get out to the expo. You can meet all the movie stars and stuff, too. You can meet Jason David Frank if you're a Power Rangers person. But the ones you need to go out for are the comics guys, because They're awesome. I highly recommend it. So now let's jump over in the chat and see who all we got here. Some argument over which Zach is technically first because Zachary Jordan says that he is first, but Zach Bringman says, "Hey, I commented on Tuesday." And then I called you out on it, and then it was gone. So this is there's some strange stuff going on. Hey, we got Two Brothers Comics here with us tonight. It's Taco Tuesday somehow. I'm not sure. Is that what that means? I don't know what that means. Two Brothers is rocking it out. I know what that means because they know who our guest is, and they're excited about it because they want to see if he can whoop their butts since they've both been on, and he is a frequent guy on their show. So let's see who else we got. Zachary might have got the first comment, but I got first like on the video. That's a good point you bring up, Alan. Everybody should be hitting that like button. You should be smashing that thing. Oh, look. James is here. Rock on, James. Always good to see you, sir. Thank you for all the congratulations, guys. Much appreciated. And to Alan for his little insight into marriage.
Good advice.
Who needs a TARDIS? My wife needs a TARDIS. I'm not. Is that so I'll fit in it? Is that a fat joke?
God.
Is that what that? I think that's what that was. Zachary also thinks that someone needs a TARDIS. I'm really confused about this TARDIS business. Jeffrey Middleton, thanks, guys. Owen Anderson, the man who asks all the questions, the man who comes up with all these brain ticklers that we ask here. Awesome guy. Thanks for joining us, Owen. You look like you were going to say something. You were pointing with the finger.
He's a great dude.
Authority.
I was going to say I got a bonus one tonight. And it's going to be awkwardly worded, and it's going to be probably wrong, but it's about space. So everybody research space right now. Just get into the internet and just look for space and see what you find.
Andrew Louis on. Hey, Panda is joining us tonight. If anybody who does not know, Panda is absolutely awesome guy. I strongly recommend you check him out on YouTube. Dude is amazing. Love that guy. One of the nicest people you will ever meet on the internet. Christine, hey Christine, she makes a lot of prizes for us that we give away. Jeremy is philosophical all the time. It runs through his veins. He can't help it.
It's annoying to me and everyone else.
Oh, Power Ranger. So we know which brother that is. Thought it was Tuesday. You know, I kind of had that feeling too. Already chanting USA, USA's got that going on. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I just thought it was a fat joke because they're bigger on the inside. But no, that makes more sense. And now I feel bad for doubting you. I'm sorry, Alice. I'm a horrible person. So now that I've been set straight on that, what are you thinking, Jeremy? What's going on in your head?
Me? So I committed to this space question, and I had a really good one. And then I remembered the time that we were talking about moons, and I got railed after that. So, and then I realized the question I had is about moons, and it's just like, I don't know why. It popped into my head that I shouldn't do that. So I'm trying to find a really good space question. But comics and death metal. Oh man, I just gave the guest away. Let's bring him.
Well, I guess we should just bring him on now.
I'm so bad at everything. Who's our guest?
Mr. Comics and Death Metal. I have to ask, what is your last name? Because that's one heck of a first name, and your parents must love you very much to have come up with a name like that.
It's actually and Death Metal.
Oh, I see.
British. Yeah.
Where's that name come from?
Heck of a name, man.
Just two things I like. I was trying to keep it simple.
We got some questions for you already.
Always. It's weird and dark here, but what can I say?
Yeah, we got some people in here rocking, man. Everybody's loving it. Yeah, that's you're bringing the heat with the comics and death metal. I mean, we may have to expand our questions to include death metal.
There you go.
So you've clearly got the hair for it. Were you around back in the day for Headbangers Ball?
I was aware
on
of
MTV.
the rehash one that they did in the early 2000s, but not the original Ricky Ratman stuff. I know all that stuff, but I wasn't doing it at the time.
So you do headbanging now? You get the hair going, and
Yeah, I can do that.
I thought maybe you could. I thought that might be the case there.
One of my specialties, yeah.
That is awesome. So while we got you up here, since Jeremy just like totally jumped into things,
Hey,
see, look, people calling you out. Panda's happy to see you.
And
So, what? Clearly, you like comics and you like death metal. One of those is considered nerdy and geeky. The other one, not so much. Where'd you get your nerd cred? What's your favorite nerd stuff?
probably Spider-Man comics as a kid. Came across them
thank you.
somewhere, but yeah, Spider-Man's my dude. Yeah, and been in and out of comics for years. Stuck with it for a while. Went and did other things. Came back again, and here I'm back again.
When you say out of it, what does that look like to you?
Oh,
Bail completely, or did you quietly appreciate it from a distance?
probably honestly a bail completely at certain. Yeah.
Okay, so you liked Spider-Man, you bailed completely for a period of time, but you came back. In that time period, you grew to love death metal. I want to counter something, and I want your opinion, comics and death metal. I think an unabashed love of anything is nerdy. I think you can be nerdy about anything. So, like, I perhaps am maybe nerdy about art and maybe some comics. But so your death metal, like, do you throw yourself into it? Is it something that you really just get, like pumped about? You come home, you're excited, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to listen to some death metal, but I'm also just going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Is that you?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
And all kinds of dumb trivia about it and everything too. The whole thing. Yeah. Yes. Play Yaya Ding Dong.
Family friendly show, guys.
Yeah. You can have your knife back in case you want to do another murder. See, I saw a movie. Hey, so Owen said that he thinks you're going to do well. So that makes me think that you and Owen conspired to cheat. So I need you to look into the light and tell me that's not true.
Where was the light?
Just wherever feels the most interrogative.
I have a light over here. Yeah.
Okay.
No, actually, I thought there would be some kind of, hey, what kind of things do you guys like? I was given no heads up, so going into it blind.
Owen does his Facebook stalking very quietly.
Yeah.
He's very good at it. He's
Owen
probably got a criminal record somewhere. Now I'll agree with you, Travis. I would want to go to that store. If you ever open up your own shop, you just name it after yourself.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That feels like a tattoo parlor.
You could do that too.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Comics and death metal and tattoos.
Yeah, tattoos just naturally fits in there, I think.
And when you talk about being an inker, you might mean for comics, or you might mean like getting under somebody's skin.
What's it mean? Come in, find out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not off the hook. Tell us a really
no, you're going to get your difficult question now. Your philosophical question.
I'm gonna softball this. You tell us the weirdest thing about you. Obviously, you threw out there the comics, you threw out there the death metal. People are loving on your beard. Tell us something you love that nobody knows about. That's super weird.
Like strawberry scented soap or something? Is that what you're thinking, Jeremy?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know the man's interests.
You asking something I like, something I do? What do you mean?
Yeah. You tell me. Let me into your world.
Way more.
Open the door.
Yeah. I'm also a licensed armed security officer.
Okay, right on.
That's another thing I do.
So
we could have you do security at the store, and if need be, you could shoot Jeremy.
Yeah. That's not my main job, but I carry that license.
Okay, hold on. Back to the show. All right. So you're an armed security guard, and you're into.
Oh no, I just carry that license. I actually don't really do that anymore. I have the license for it, but
What do you do?
I do tech support right here. This is my office.
Right on. So, are you normally at home, or are you just getting used to it? Like
I have been
else?
for a year now, but prior to that, now.
Okay.
Yeah. Just the other day was my 1 year mark in the office here.
Okay. Zachary wants us to ask you.
See, I thought I would get something a little more directed like that, not just like what is.
I was too open.
Yeah.
All right. When you were a child, what did you think was going to be the strangest thing that would happen to you when you grew up? When you looked at adults, what were you like? That doesn't make any sense to me. And now you're an adult, so obviously it does. But just looking back as a child, looking at adults, what is the strangest thing that you thought was going to happen in your adult world?
Paying taxes.
I mean, maybe something like that. I had a weird childhood, I guess. I wasn't around a lot of adults, so.
Well, then your answer should be great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. There's not an answer. I didn't picture what it was going to be like.
Huh.
I remember thinking when
You're
I was
making it really hard on me.
I know.
I have to get into my vault.
It's so weird and vague. I don't. Oh.
I tell you, I volunteered when I was 4 years old. I volunteered to mow the grass because it was really tall, and I was like, and my dad's looking at me like, "You're a really strange kid." And I say, "No, I really want to mow the grass." And he's like, "Okay." Well, he stands on the front porch watching me like, "All right." But he got it cranked up. Yeah, and I was a huge kid. It was okay. So shocker, I was enormous. So I'm mowing the grass, and then I'm done, right? And I'm like, "Yep, that was awesome." He comes out and he looks at it and he says, "Well, what are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm done." And he goes, No, you have to cut the whole thing." And I was like, "What do you mean you have to cut the whole thing?" And he said, "You got to cut the whole thing." Because what I had done was the grass was tall, so I had made like little roads and alleys and little rooms and all kinds of stuff. So I had this whole model laid out that I could play in.
Yeah, I just want to try it out.
Yeah, and he's like, "Nope, cut the whole thing. You're done."
That's a pretty good one. Okay.
Uh-oh, you got somebody checking out your background here, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, I just put those up today. They're not usually over there, but yeah.
Okay. Ryan, I got a good one for you. Okay. What's the most ridiculous fact you know? That's a pointed question. Could be anything. Most ridiculous fact you know.
Man,
He's got a little kid. I bet it's something weird like the exact temperature that a bottle should be at, or
no, that's like
how many toes human children are supposed to have.
They're supposed to. What's the normal amount?
I feel like I'm failing here already, man.
Yeah, you're done.
Well, you can't win with Jeremy questions. You should know that by now.
Hey,
you can't win with a Jeremy question.
You're making it.
I
you're
know
making
so
it
many
hard on
dumb
me.
facts, and you know, I mean, I could probably pull one out, not asked for one. But
Okay, you have until the end of the show to answer that question.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Well, let's say we see when we get to the real questions and we hand out prizes instead of like making people feel strange about themselves.
Yeah.
What do you say we look at what those prizes are and see what he can win tonight? Jeremy,
that is the job of the prize cam. So let's cut to the prize cam.
Yeah, let's do it.
And let's go ahead and just embiggen this real quick. So the prize cam is going to show us all the cool stuff we can win tonight. Over here, starting at the left, we've got a Hawkeye drawing. That's Jeremy Renner. I drew that. It is on craft paper. It's ink with some white gel. You've got some Haven comic stickers. You've got some gelatinous feely things. You've got a Rocket Raccoon variant cover. You've got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles variant cover. You've got a Corbin Delaney Batman print right here. And then you've got a Gwen Stacy sketch cover right here on Ghost Spider #1, which is probably like Amazing Spider-Man 180,000. And you've got this cool Batman toy from Batman Arkham Asylum. And then if you dip down to the bottom right, you're going to find we've got some zombified Mickey Mouse, which nobody knew they needed, but I think you do. I think everyone needs this zombified Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
Just tearing up your childhood hopes and dreams. And then we've got this beautiful space bag by Christine. The question I was going to ask, somebody's already thrown out in the comments. And that's why I'm a little spacey right now, because I'm trying to find a replacement. Because somebody just said, I know this thing, and so I can't use it. It's no good. Can't do it. So trying to find a replacement real quick. If somebody knows a really boss space question, Facebook it to me. Save me, please. I'm floundering. Okay, and back to the show.
How much volume space is?
It's infinite. That's not a question.
You don't know that. We just think that.
Do you know? Is there an answer?
No.
Well, then
seems like the kind of question you like to ask.
It's unanswerable. Nobody could win. And look at this beautiful Christine bag that we've got. So, I mean, how are we going to do that to her? The question I was going to ask, let me find it real quick, because one of the Zacharys, threw it out here. I like how Jupiter's moons are named after his mistresses, and we sent a satellite named after his wife to observe it. That was the question. That was it. And he spit that out like right away.
Travis kind of called it. I mean,
man, people are after me. Owen, that is why you write the questions, because I'm no good at it. All right, so question one.
Before we jump into this, because I can't help myself and because I'm really excited about it, can you embiggen me on the screen? I got to show off something new I got today.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I have wanted one of these for a really, really, really long time. And I finally got one. And what makes it even better is the book that I got has got art in it by Alan Bellman, who was an incredible guy. I got to thank Nate Owsley for introducing me to him. But he would call me every now and again, and we would talk for an hour or whatever. But we have his autobiography on sale at the store. He started drawing Captain America in 1942 when he was 18 years old for Marvel Comics. Then at the time it was Timely. And I just got a Golden Age Captain America book for the first time in my life. It's the first time I've ever actually held one in my hands. It is number 48. And it's got a Alex Schomburg cover with a lot going on, but it does have Alan Bellman art on the inside, which makes me really happy. But look at this book, people. Look at Captain America punching that dude in the back of the head, stepping on that other dude to get there.
Wow.
I was always taught that if you get hit in the back of the head like that, your face will stick like that.
That's
pretty brutal.
I mean, look at that guy's face.
That is rough.
But yeah, and look at Captain America's shield. That's another thing. It's got a blue ring around it. That's not normal. And there's Bucky diving in to save the day. Guys, that is awesome.
Is that Bucky diving in to stop Captain America from committing hate crimes, stepping on people's faces and punching other people in the back of the head?
No, he's hitting this dude with a Tommy gun who's shooting at Cap.
Oh, okay.
That glare is so bad. That's just driving me nuts. But
it's hard. It's hard to do. That's why you need a prize cam.
That's true. But yeah, this just makes me super duper happy, and I wanted to share that with everybody. So there. I shared that, and now we can go back to our normal programming.
Okay. So we are going to play for this Haven Comics sticker pack. We always do. We always start out with these stickers and this little stabby thing so you can rep the store. Just advertise it for us for free. That is what we're really trying to pull off is, just getting you to advertise for free. You can stick this stabby thing on your lapel. Maybe, what's that thing that you guys have when you have jobs?
An Adam's apple?
Oh, Josh. No, the lanyard.
No.
You were doing like this. Like nobody wears a lanyard around their throat.
I don't know. I never go into buildings. I never do anything. I'm kidding. I go into buildings all the time. I phrased that wrong. But stick it on anything. Whatever you want. Any fabric. Literally whatever you want. So, Ryan, where are you going to stick your stabby thing?
I was just thinking about that. I guess right in my shirt. Gotta just wear it out in the open.
Okay.
You know, you could pierce your ear with it.
One side or the other, though. Otherwise, the beard gets it.
That's true. You could probably just do those little beard ornaments and put it in your beard.
Oh yeah.
Because that would work. Or you could pierce your ear and wear little Haven Comics earrings.
Beard.
So what's our difficult question, Jeremy? And why are you on mute again, Jeremy?
I am trying to respect the show with all of my wild typing. I'm really floundering for this space question. Somebody save me, please. Owen, can you do it? I don't know. Maybe you can.
Come up with a fact if you need one.
Is it a space fact? Because if it is, turn it into a question.
No,
What is the fact?
I'm not a Tennessee Valley native, so I don't have that Huntsville stuff in me.
Tell us your fact.
Fastest animal on Earth is a peregrine falcon.
Interesting.
That's true.
I would have assumed it was some kind of sea animal.
No, they dive at crazy speeds, man. It is insane speed too. It's like 140 miles an hour or something ridiculous.
Huge. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this. I think Two Brothers Comics just saved the day. Shout out to Two Brothers Comics. I think they did. So I can go back to being a reasonable host that people sometimes enjoy. All right, so let's go ahead and play. For these 6 stickers, what U.S. president was the Winter Soldier Bucky Barnes named after?
James Buchanan.
Nailed it. 15th president. No one knows why James Buchanan Barnes was originally named after him, but he is. And now he goes around killing people with the sniper rifle. So
yeah, that's it. That's the only thing I was thinking of.
What'd you say?
Bucky and Buchanan, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
that's all I can figure.
Who knows? It was the 40s. Maybe people remembered presidents. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe. Okay.
Somebody likes you, Jeremy.
Thank you, James. I really appreciate you saying that. My daughter is 2. Earlier, I sang Skidamarinka Dinkadink to her. That's basically
How does
my
that
whole
go
day.
again?
Yeah, so anyway, I sang it to her, and she said, I appreciate you.
Oh, wow, that's good.
I appreciate you. What?
Good one.
Yeah, I know. Whew. So
that's like when you finally tell a girl you love her and she says, thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, great.
I am a dad as well, and I also was just listening to Skidamarinka Dinkadink earlier.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's dad life. Also, my toenails are still purple, so dad life, right? Hashtag
Don't worry,
dad
they'll
life.
fall off soon then.
Yeah, right.
One day. All right. For question 2, Ryan, I believe in you. I think you've got the juice. I think you're going to go the distance. So I'm not even going to bother to tell the audience. You could also win this. If you wanted this gelatinous feely thing and these 2 mystery Scooby-Doo toys, you're not going to win them because Ryan is going to get this question right away. And if he doesn't, you need to be the first person in the chat to have the question right. When you do, you're going to walk home with these things. You're going to pick them up at Haven Comics. You're going to say, wow, I did this. I feel emboldened. I feel proud of myself. You're going to go out and have a great day.
The power of Ghost Rider's penance stare.
Mm-hmm. You're going to look deep into Ghost Rider's eyes, and he's going to say, I got nothing, because you're going to feel great. Okay, so, Josh, question 2.
Question number 2 for the gelatinous feely thing and the very strange Scooby-Doo Goo Crew action figures. In the original Planet of the Apes film, what nickname did Dr. Zira give Taylor while he was held captive and unable to speak?
Ooh, it's been a while.
In the original,
Charlton Heston.
What did Dr. Zira name Taylor while he was held captive and unable to speak?
drawing a blank on this one. It's been a bit. Let's do human.
That
You know,
is
that's-
an answer.
And
Yeah.
that's a legit answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Said
drawing
with a scoff.
Yeah.
I don't see
That
it in
is-
the comments yet.
Unfortunately, not the correct answer. We've got a lot of weird answers going on.
It's not Bing Bong the Magic Man, right?
Somebody's hitting the Bing Bong tonight, I think.
I don't think it's Tay Tay.
It is not.
Bobo.
Hey, Bobo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's people are jumping back over and trying to watch Planet of the Apes here real quick. You're gonna have to get to it pretty fast because that clock is ticking.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. You want to call it?
I just rewatched those just a few years ago too. I'm gonna kick myself for it.
Owen's going to give you a very legit hint. Sing ya ya ding dong.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to call it. If nobody's got it, it's Bright Eyes.
Oh,
Turn around,
Yeah.
bright eyes.
no.
I haven't seen Planet of the Apes, but I really love that band. So it's a great band. Good band. Anyway, so, yep. Adrian came in for the win after I said it. So Adrian, I'm sorry. You don't get it. He laughs along with me. Everybody's laughing on the inside. Okay, so question 3. We are going to play for, I'm going to embiggen this. I'm proud of these. I like these. I did a whole series of these on craft paper before the expo last year, and I had to bail because of the virus, but still got them. Got lots of them. This is Jeremy Renner. Not quite photorealistic, but I do what I can. It's
Which Bourne movie is that from?
That is what is the Bourne movie after Matt Damon?
Yeah,
I don't know. You tell me.
I vaguely
I saw
remember
it.
that it exists.
Yeah.
It's got the girl from The Mummy, right?
Does
It's
it?
married to Daniel Craig. So anyway, Ryan, that's what you can win. In Indiana Jones, audience, swoop in here and get this right. In Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, what is offered to them as dessert at the palace banquet?
Chilled monkey brains.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you knew that too
You
quick.
You didn't say it right though. You have to say it the same way the guy said it.
Dude, take the top of the skull off.
Chilled monkey brains, and he's got the spoon to just like, yeah, that was hideous. What a movie!
Yeah, that's a whole lot. Eating monkey brain. Turns out, I think it was Born Ultimatum, says Travis.
Okay.
Travis seems like he knows what's going on.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I know that's one of them.
It's Born plus a word. That's how that series works. And also, I just want to say thank you to Andrew for filling up my soul with that compliment. Thank you. I thrive on
Those
compliments.
likenesses are very hard to do, and that looks spot on like Jeremy Renner.
Thank
You
you.
go with my other brown eyes.
Look at that, dude!
Yeah.
There's more Jeremy Burnett art to win.
Think,
In this-
Which one am I looking at? Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna embiggen you real quick. I appreciate that you collect my artwork, and those are just sketches that I do. But you seem to really appreciate them, and I appreciate your appreciation.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Got a lot of compliments on them too when I shared them out, man.
I like
The way
that.
that Wolverine is that you just flashed up a second ago, you've got all that room on the left. It looks like you could change out what he's saying every other week.
Oh yeah. A little,
You could totally just. Yeah, that would be fun. It can be your like, what mood am I in today? Like, I'm the best there is at what I do, bub.
Yeah.
it's not a bad idea. I happen to have a lot of sticky notes around here already.
When I used to be in an office environment, I would draw X-Men on all of my sticky notes and then like write around them. And it was annoying. You would think that people would appreciate it, but they didn't. Real quick, can we talk about what you just said? I'm the best there is at what I do. Except for Wolverine because, or Sabretooth, because Sabretooth stomps him every single time they meet. So he's wrong. It's a straight up lie. Wolverine is not the best. He is, he's up there. But you throw Sabretooth in that room, and he's not. He's wrong. So.
I think it's probably got something to do with it keeps coming back, though. Keeps coming back for more, right?
It's true.
Owen, was it annoying? That's the real question.
I think the ... says that.
I forget sometimes that Owen and I work together. Tell the truth. How annoying was it? And somebody just asked to see on my Berserker covers. Travis, you got to go to my Instagram. Yeah, there we go. That's where I'm putting them. And Justin Lynch has bought them all. He bought both of them.
I have one.
That's where you can see them.
Check that out. Yes, you do.
Where? Yeah, to know. What'd you say, Ryan? I'm sorry, I had my.
He was showing off his copy of Berserker.
Yeah, I was hiding it in the little empty space down there. I happened to have them.
What'd you think of it?
Honestly, I haven't read it yet. I've got a little stack here. I've just been starting to pick through a little bit.
Right on.
It will take you all of 3.5 minutes to read it because there's not much dialogue. You just bounce from one gratuitously violent scene to the next. Yep.
It is John Wick meets Wolverine, Deadpool. You tell me. I don't know. But if that's not already optioned for a movie somewhere, it's going to really surprise me. I'm sure that's going to be a boss movie when it comes out.
I would also be surprised by that.
Hope they don't take too long, so he's too old at that point.
Right. He's getting up there.
Come back here. I'm going to win.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 4. We're going to play for this variant Ninja Turtles cover. I'm going to embiggen this because it's kind of hard to see. So this is Ninja Turtles 23. This is IDW, so this is when what is it? Nickelodeon's taken over. So that's the era we are. I never know. Every comic book is titled like 8 times in a row, so I don't know. But it's pretty cool. It's an Eastman cover. That's what you got. Adrian wants it. Adrian, you're playing against Ryan. So to win this, you have to be the first person in the comments, and Ryan has to get it wrong.
Apparently there's nothing gratuitous about that Berserker book. That's hilarious. All right, so for the TMNT book, in Disney canon, what is the name of the Boy Scout parody group that Huey, Dewey, and Louie belong to? And if it helps any, Owen Anderson, our question genius, gifted me a copy of the comic book where this organization is first named and they first show up.
Was that on the show? Could we have seen it?
No. No, it was at the store, and I have it at the store right now, and it makes me very happy every time.
Hit me with the question one more time. Let me see if it strikes something.
Yeah. In Disney canon, what is the name of the Boy Scout parody group that Huey, Dewey, and Louie belong to?
I'm going to say...
They do talk about them pretty regularly in the DuckTales. Woohoo!
Duck Scouts, I guess. That's all I can think of.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. But Alan Breedlove appears to be the first one with the correct answer.
What we got?
Maybe? Yep. It's Alan Breedlove. Looks like he's first there.
Oh, yeah, no. Doesn't ring a bell.
The Junior Woodchucks. First, came out in 1951 was when that organization was formed. 1951.
Sorry, Panda.
That's a long time ago.
It is.
To know that. But Alan, you did a good job. You know a lot of things about baby ducks. Moving on to question 5. I'm going to get it right this time. I'm going to play it exactly when I want to. Today, Question 5 is the... What does that mean? That means only the audience can play for this question. Ryan, you're doing a great job, but you can't win this one. Just the audience.
And what do they stand to win, Jeremy?
You stand to win 25 Haven dollars. What is that worth? It's $25 at Haven Comics. So you come in, we give you products, you give us this gift card, you go home with stuff. You're happy, everyone's happy. All right?
Check
What'd
it out,
you say?
Jeremy.
Huh?
Check out the comment.
I'm not a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan. You can get that one to Panda. Awesome. Okay, so that's going to go to Panda. Hey, Panda, send me a message with your name so we can make sure that you get that product.
Are you suggesting that Panda is in fact not his name?
I don't know. If his name is Panda, shoot me that. You can get it. It's all yours. Okay, and then Two Brothers Comics says us over again.
USA flags.
Yeah. Hey, add the A, and I'll know what you're talking about. So next time. Okay. So for 25, count them, 25 Haven Comics dollars. You can come in, you can buy some stuff, you can walk out with goods, maybe services. I don't know what you can get there. What prolific Canadian comedian spent one season on SNL, 84 to 85, before his film career took off by co-starring with his best friend Steve Martin in a 1986 Western comedy?
That didn't seem like it was that long a question, but it really kind of came off that way. Can you read that again?
Let's hit the high points again. Prolific Canadian comedian spent one season on SNL, then his film career took off by co-starring in a Western comedy in 1986 with his best friend Steve Martin. We got the right answer. I think that was the first one. We got a lot of the right answers here.
The first one I see, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give him the E there. I believe that Zachary Jordan, the one true Zachary, spelled that the right way and meant Martin.
Well, maybe
Short.
he's just pronouncing it the German way. When you see the O and the E together and it makes that sounds, it's Martin Short.
Maybe it's a cultural thing, and I don't want to judge him for that. It's not Rick Moranis. It's not Chevy Chase. We got a lot of good answers.
Although
there.
Chevy Chase was also in Three Amigos.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Was Chevy Chase in SNL for one season, and was he Canadian? Because if that's the case, then
no. Multiple seasons and not Canadian.
Okay. It wasn't Ben Stiller. Okay. All right. A lot of stuff here, but the actual answer was from Zachary Jordan, Martin Short. Zachary, come in, get your 25 Canadian, American US dollars, just from Haven, just whatever Haven prices things at. So that's all you. All right. Next, we're playing for this sick Rocket Raccoon sketch cover.
There we go.
Rocket Raccoon.
I love that cover.
That is a pretty cool cover, I have to admit.
Rocket is my favorite. Josh, question 6, audience, keep on your toes, because Ryan, he's not batting 1,000. He was doing great, and then he's fallen off just a little bit. So pick up his slack.
All right, Ryan.
All right.
This is I gotta admit, super weird question, and it's one of those: if you know it, and if you don't, you'll never get it kind of things. Founded in 1974. What production studio has given us numerous cult classics such as The Toxic Avenger, Class of Nukem High, and Surf Nazis Must Die?
That's going to be Trauma.
Boom. If you know it, you know it.
You did.
Did you know that they have produced over 1,000 films?
I didn't.
Crazy.
I would have guessed a lot, yeah.
That is crazy.
Here's another one for you. J.J. Abrams, Samuel L. Jackson, Billy Bob Thornton, James Gunn, Kevin Costner, Trey Parker, and Matt Stone all made Trauma features early in their careers.
Trauma. We're being
I
corrected.
guess it's Trauma. I don't know. I've always
I've always pronounced it trauma too, because
Yeah.
I never had a trauma, but I've been traumatized by their movies.
Yeah.
My brother loves their movies. Like, loves them. I can't make it through one. I just can't do it. When I was a kid, we used to watch those and I don't know how. So they're intense movies, right? Am I making that up, or are they?
Oh no, they are. And they're
Yeah.
Did you catch this, Jeremy?
Yes. So my Instagram is the Instagram.com/ whatever. Jeremy Bernard Art. That's JEREMYBRO. Let's just throw this up here and show that. NAUGH Art. That's me, Jeremy Bernard Art. It's hard to spell, so if you want to grab it off the screen there, BRONAUGH Art. Jeremy Bernard Art. Thank you for asking. Romeo and Juliet. Wow. Whew. Class of
Trust
Nukem
Alan
High.
to have seen that.
Yeah. See, mine was I did Toxic Avenger movies and then the Class of Nukem High. Those were the ones that I was into.
Yeah, Toxic Avenger was the only one of those I even recognized. And there was a terrible comic book of Toxic Avenger there for a bit too.
And a cartoon.
I think they're doing a remake.
Yeah. Toxic Crusaders.
But who is that for? That cartoon?
The same people who like Garbage Pail Kids.
I guess that's a good answer. That is a good answer.
They turned RoboCop into a Saturday morning cartoon. They did a lot of weird things at that point in time.
Peter Dinklage to star in Toxic Avengers reboot.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
See, you look excited by that. Look at that smile on your face, man.
Wow.
That's you were very pleased by that. I can see you, the wheels turning, and you're going, I can't wait to be in a theater in 2023 to watch Peter Dinklage in Toxic Avengers, or the Toxic Avenger reboot, Redux, whatever it is they're going to call it. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Just on weird factor alone, I would give that one a shot. That's intense. Okay, so
that doesn't surprise me. You watched that movie Tusk or whatever that was.
Hey, I watched Tusk because somebody lied to me. Somebody was like, "Hey, this is really funny. It's a Kevin Smith movie starring a bunch of comedian actors." Ugh. It's not funny. And they said Johnny Depp was in it, and I guess he technically was, but come on. So, Tusk.
And I had that as well.
I guess he technically was. Oh, that's funny.
Man. Okay. So, Ryan, you ready for the next one? You feeling good after your victory? Riding that high? Okay.
I knew the Canadian one too, for the record.
Good. It makes me really proud when people know Canadian questions. Okay. So,
you know what makes me sad right now? Our little icon up in the top left corner that only we can see says we only have 2 likes right now.
what?
Ooh. I can't even see that.
Well, that's 2 likes on Facebook, right? They don't even show us the YouTube ones.
No,
Guys,
they don't.
Do you like the show? Do you hate it? If you hate the show, just hit that like button. Show us. Let us know.
As
That's
of
how
yesterday,
know.
we were at 93 subscribers, so 7 more, and we get our own URL on YouTube.
That's cool. I want that.
So the first thing that Justin did was say, "Hey, I'll create some fake accounts." I'm like, "No, don't do that."
That's
No,
hilarious. Hey,
terrible idea.
if you don't want Justin to have to create a bunch of fake accounts, subscribe.
We have 5 likes on YouTube. You guys are killing me. This hurts me.
We have that many likes, but people comment like crazy. People are into it. They just don't think. They're so into the show that they're not like, hey, I need to like this. But that number's shooting up. I'm happy to see it. So question 7. This is near and dear to my heart, right? Okay. Originally appearing in Penny Dreadful. Wait,
is this near and dear to your heart because it's the real estate question?
I think it is. But Penny Dreadful, I think we've got a really creepy thing to show off here. If you were going to take a beloved creature and make it really creepy, this would be a really good way to do it. Right? You just zombify Mickey Mouse, one of the most beloved, recognizable creatures in the world. Look at how crazy that thing is.
Pete, too.
Is that who that is?
Yeah, they just call him Julius in this. And if you haven't seen the cartoon Runaway Brain, I can't believe that Disney actually made it. It was in the 90s, I think. It was one of the rare ones where they come back and made a new Disney cartoon.
15
and
The toy is rated 15 plus.
I'm telling you, that cartoon scared people to death. It was freakish. So if you have not seen Runaway Brain, I strongly recommend that you watch it.
I want to see that now.
You will not believe Disney let anybody do this to their characters.
You had me at freakish. So I'm in. All right. This one, we're talking about a specific address. I don't know if you guys know, that's how I pay the bills, by selling and helping people buy specific addresses. That's why this is tonight's. It's tonight's realty question of the night. So, originally appearing in Penny Dreadful pulp magazines in 1847, what Victorian-era villain could be found at 186 Fleet Street?
And if you can sing any of the songs, then rock on with your bad self.
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd. Nailed it. If you can sing one of the songs, show us.
The extent of my knowledge of that is, I mean, I know they made a Johnny Depp movie, which is super recent, but the episode of The Office is where most of my familiarity of that comes from.
Crazy.
Yeah.
The
Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
I'm seeing for the first time a heart pop up here. Somebody hearted us. We love you back. Thank you. Real quick, not going to dip into this anecdote too much, but I went to Europe to study abroad. It was a whole thing.
What was her name?
Yeah, Europe. That was her actual name. So they don't tell you when you are in another country for a long time, you get culture shock. And I just got I don't know. I just wanted to watch Sweeney Todd over and over and over again. And that's what I did. That's what I did when I studied abroad. I saw that movie maybe 30 times in a row. Thank you, education. All right, moving on.
So can you sing any of the songs?
Oh, yeah, but I'm not going to. So for this next question, we're playing for this sick Batman toy.
Oh, I didn't see that guy before.
Yeah, that's Batman from Arkham Asylum. If you love it, if you don't, Batman is awesome, right? He is the villain of the DC universe. I say that every day, but he's cool. And that's what we're playing for.
I feel like he's staring into my soul.
Mm-hmm.
He is.
That was a pretty intense stare for a painted toy that had eyeballs that could stare at you. That was intense. I'm not sure I was comfortable with that.
It's one of those creepy Victorian dolls, but it's a new Batman toy.
There you go. Okay, so for the Batman action figure, this is a softball, dude. I know you got this one. In Lord of the Rings, what is the name of the Ent that carried Pippin and Merry through Fangorn Forest?
Name of the what?
The Ent.
Yeah, no, not so much a softball player, I guess. Name of the Ent that carried Pippin and who? Jordan?
Merry. Pippin and Merry.
Oh.
Have you seen the movies at least? The Lord of the Rings movies?
Yeah.
You remember when they run away from the orcs and disappear into the woods?
No.
And then this big, humongous dude is like, oh, hey, how's everybody doing?
Yeah, no.
Kool-Aid.
That's Hagrid, right?
Not Lord of the Rings, man.
No, I
will say this: the same voice, the guy who played Gimli, also voiced this character, the Ent.
All right, Ryan, I'm going to coach you a little bit.
Okay.
If you don't know the answer, you've already lost, right?
Yes.
So, barf out any old name.
Ralph.
Pretty good. Not this
You
time.
said barf
but
out
you
a
get
name,
it
and so
solved.
he said Ralph. I see what he did there.
Yeah. No.
I don't. I missed it. Is that a trauma throwback? Are we talking about?
No, you just said barf out a name, and he said Ralph, which is
Oh, it's a pun. I think. Is that how puns work?
I think so.
that is how they work. Yes.
Ryan, thank you for playing along. No, not this time. We got a lot of right answers here right away. I think the first one, Josh, do you want to double check me here? Because you usually see him first. Yep, it's Treebeard. Got a lot of Treebeards here.
Although, in fairness, that is only his nickname.
That's like the "You Shall Not Pass" guy, right? And the big tree falls down the hole, right?
He's the big tree guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Justin got his real name too.
Well,
I went to
he started
all three
making
movies
stuff up
and
there,
I fell
but yes.
asleep all 3 times.
Say that again, Ryan.
I said I went to each of those 3 movies when they came out in the theater, and I fell asleep all 3 times.
Oh, you just lost the audience.
I know.
I was on a business trip up in Holland, Michigan, the day that the Lord of the Rings came out in theaters, the first one, Fellowship of the Ring. I had this crazy thing, and they were doing a midnight showing. I had a flight that left Holland, Michigan at 6:30 in the morning, and I went and saw a midnight showing of the Fellowship of the Ring. Got out of the movie, drove back to the hotel, threw my stuff in a bag, drove the 45 minutes to the airport, got on a plane, and flew home. I was excited to see that movie. I still love those movies. Among my favorites of all time. They were very good adaptation of the books. And then the fact that the same guy made the Hobbit movies and did such a terrible job with them kind of breaks my heart.
I was a big fan of Hobbit when I was a kid. I still have not seen any of these movies as an adult, but I got a real question. And I would love to have someone actually explain this to me. If you can do it in the comments, fine. If someone's got a quick answer. What is an Ent versus a Dryad? Why we got so many names for tree people?
Well, one, a Dryad is a spirit that lives in a tree. An Ent is a species of people that look like trees, but in fact are not trees.
Mm-hmm.
That's
a good enough answer for me.
Yeah, me too.
I feel informed. Okay, we're just barreling through these questions.
Somebody did a a Twitter thing where they talked about the Lord of the Rings as from the perspective of like Tolkien was just playing a D&D game with his friends and how he was like, oh no, well this had to happen and that had to happen. And look, we got 9 people in the party. Now it's too big. You guys go over there and do that. And you guys go over here and oh yeah, we have to throw this one thing in this one specific volcano. That's the quest. It's hysterical. It's clearly by somebody who loves the books, but it is so funny the way that they break it down. It is absolutely hysterical. Oh Lord, have mercy, Alan brings up.
So is Groot an Ent? I mean, he's a Groot, whatever he is, but is he an Ent?
Visually, he kind of looks like one. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He looks like that. That could be where the inspiration came from,
or at least used to look like one, right?
Right.
Oh yeah. He's gotten less and less tree-ish over time, for sure.
Well, he got younger because he died and had to come back as a little sapling.
Yeah, I don't know because when they introduced Groot, he was like a Godzilla-esque monster.
Yeah.
From Planet X.
Oh, in the comics, yeah. Jack Kirby, he was huge.
Mm-hmm. So,
I am Groot.
Question 9. We're going to play for this sketch cover that I did. This is of a Instagram cosplay model. I just saw the photo and was like, I'm going to throw this on a cover. I used a Sharpie oil pen, and that's why the lines are feeling really thick. And that's what you're playing for. This is an actual, Ghost Spider comic. Number one, if you hate this art, just rip it off, and then you got a real cover and just a real comic book. You can just throw it in your collection. You can read it.
So, that makes me. I have a question. Are we out of Tom Price art? Because that dude has been cranking out art for us that we've been giving away.
I think we are. He gave me a Joker today. I couldn't get to it in time. It's on the new green Joker cover. So we're going to do that next time. It's a Heath Ledger Joker. It's really good. I saw it. It's great. But yeah, I think we hit the end. I think we have to branch out, maybe find some more people to, throw in art for the show.
I'll start drawing. Hey, we could get some of those classic Nick Ellis covers. He did some Sabretooth covers that were amazing. For anybody who hasn't seen that episode of the Saturday Night Babylon, Nick Ellis did some phenomenal Sabretooth covers.
Hey, Ryan, if you want that cover, you gotta get this, or Alan Breedlove is gonna snake up behind you and steal it.
All right.
He might even do it if you win it. I don't know. I don't know what he can do. I don't know what his moral boundary is. So.
Hey, Nick is saying he'll donate some cover art. Look at you, Nick. You're getting some love, man.
And then Justin Lynch says he'll donate some art. I do think we have some Justin
And
Lynch
Zach
art.
points out that Justin would probably win his own art back.
He's pretty good. He walks away with a lot of the prizes. I happen to have a Justin Lynch print right now, so I'm gonna throw this in there. This
is that
a
all
bunch
the women
of
who have ever played Catwoman? That's what it looks like.
That I know of.
Except for Halle Berry, maybe.
Oh, right on. So you already have some. Did you pick that up from the show?
Yeah, no, from the shop. I won it a while back.
Right on. Okay, so first person that wins it gets the print and the sketch cover comic. So that's what we're playing for. Now the stakes twice as high. Question 9.
Twice as high.
We went from 1 to 2. What was the first horror film to be nominated Best Picture at the Academy Awards in 1974? It was nominated for 10 Academy Awards, but only won 2. One for Best Screenplay and Best Sound. Best Screenplay is pretty good. I mean, that's an actual accomplishment.
And it was a legit creepy movie, too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking Exorcist.
You got it.
Oh.
You thought Exorcist, and it was Exorcist.
All right, cool.
And that
I'm
just so
trying
happened
to put years together there, and I'm like,
yeah,
I can't think
those two things sync up. Ryan, you're killing it.
Woo.
So, Ryan, I got a real question for you now. What's the weirdest fact you know?
Oh, I give you a
Coming back around. Did you give it to
gave
me?
me one already.
It was a Peregrine Falcon?
Yeah.
Man, okay. That's a really good fact. I'm going to remember that now. Was it 148 miles per hour it can swoop?
About 140, yeah.
I didn't claim a number. I just know it's the fastest.
Hey, guys, I'm ditzy, but I'm going to remember that for the rest of my life now. Ask
You
me next
probably
week.
will. That's exactly the kind of thing that you would tuck away.
Okay, so speaking of art donated by other artists that love this show because the show is awesome and artists are always awesome, check this out. That is a Corbin Delaney print. This is pretty massive, 11 by 17. It's Batman. You know what he does. He runs around.
Batmobile.
Yep, he's got a car. He's got clothes. He is he's right around the dumpster. He just stopped near a trash can so he could, he's stunting by a
Look
trash
at that
can.
cat in the background. Yeah, there's you
a
go.
cat.
Oh, the prize cam's going to pet the cat.
Prize Cam, show us what else is just floating around in here. We got a signature in gold. We got, what is that, a grappling hook? He's wearing a cape. He's around some trash.
Got a spare tire back there.
Mm-hmm.
And a bike.
Yep.
It's throwing a creepy shadow on the wall. There's some
What is that?
architecture.
Is that Wayne
That looks
Tower?
like a Wayne building back there.
Yep. So that's it. That's what we're playing for.
Uh-oh,
Do you wanna
Justin's
win this?
happy. Justin's wanting in on that.
Watch out, because Justin, that man wins stuff. He knows.
But I get to try first.
The bird is
Zach
the
wants it too.
peregrine falcon, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
So the fact from earlier is, what's the fastest animal on Earth or
Yeah.
alive? We didn't count space.
It's not technically the fastest on Earth. It's the fastest in the air.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
fastest living creature that we know of.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I was trying to figure out the best word for it. Yeah, fastest on Earth or something like
What a
that.
weird distinction. You know, when you purchase land, you also purchase the air above it up to the atmosphere. Right? It's a very strange fact. And you purchase the land below it down to the center of the earth. So, you
Is
know,
is that a real estate thing?
oh yeah, no, that's real.
I
Super
thought
real.
it was like some weird like government law where you own it so many feet, like 10, 20,000 feet.
The way I understand it, in Alabama at least, which is where I'm licensed, anywhere else, who knows? I don't know anything. You own it to the atmosphere, but there are things called covenants, right?
Oh,
And restrictions and whatever. And whenever you buy land, other people have already put restrictions on whatever it is. So, like Comcast got to come tear up my yard just because they wanted to. And it's because it's written into my deed. So it is my yard, but they don't care. They do what they want. All right. Do they? Do you got to buy mineral rights separately? I'm going to look into that. I feel like as a realtor, I should know that. Okay. I feel like next time I'll answer that. Okay. Question 10. We're playing for that sick Batman. Josh.
All right, question 10 for the sick Batman. What long-forgotten X-Man from the Silver Age was reintroduced in the 1992 X-Men animated series, only to be killed off in the second episode? Although he did eventually return in later seasons. What do you think? X-Men character from the Silver Age.
Angel.
Now, he was one of the first X-Men characters of all.
Yeah, Silver Age, winging it.
He's not going to reintroduce one of the first 5 characters, one of the original guys, and kill him off in the second episode of the show. Come on now. Who they killing off?
Been a long time since I watched that show, and I am not a Disney subscriber.
Okay. Long time since you watched the show. Who's the worst character in X-Men? That will just change the way the question is worded. Who is the worst character in the entire show?
Come on, say the answer that you know Dustin wants to hear.
Who's the worst?
The worst. The most boring. The one that when he showed up, you got up and left the room. Who is the worst character in the X-Men cartoon?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yes, you do. You have
I
an
really
opinion.
want you to say Wolverine just to Dustin.
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't have thought he's the worst. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, you got me on this one. My bad guess was Angel, I guess.
Okay.
I still don't know after.
Well, you weren't the only one to guess Angel. We had somebody else guess Angel too. But right out of the gate, super fast, we did get a correct answer from Panda. Morph.
Panda different? Yeah, there we go.
The whole thing scrolled up on me while I was trying to click on it. But yes, Panda hit it right out of the gate with Morph.
You guys would have left me waiting for a long time if you're waiting for an answer. I'm not.
Because you don't even remember him because he sucks. He's a terrible character. He's bad.
Yeah.
He's just not interesting. Okay, so guess who saved me? It was Two Brothers Comics. They hit me up on Instagram. They said, hey, you obviously suck tonight. We want to save you. We want to make the show better. Jeremy, here are some crazy facts about space. So we're going to play for this beautiful bag that Christine
Space bag.
donated to the show. Christine, big fan of the show.
I
Always
have a
giving us cool
question
stuff.
about
Yes, sir.
about this, Christine. Do you have enough fabric here to turn this same thing that you made this bag to turn that into a pair of pants? Because Peter Dinklage had that song when he was on SNL. He had Space Pants.
Space pants, yeah.
And that was the funniest sketch. That was so funny.
All right. Anybody can win this. Ryan, you can win this. This is a cool product because she always uses like food safe stuff. Christine, I'm going to need you to jump in and give me the actual specs because I don't know what they are.
Well, she only uses the food safe stuff
job.
on lunch boxes and snack bags. She doesn't use food safe stuff on, say, for example, your vodka holster.
So what would you put in this bag?
In that bag?
She doesn't do apparel. She's not going to do space pants. You can put gelatinous feely things in the bag.
You could. Stickers. You could put those in the bag. You could, if you
Canadian flags.
A Canadian flag in a bag. That sounds like a Dr. Seuss book.
Justin says you could put some change in it. We're spending a lot of time on what could fit in the bag to win it.
Well, honestly, whoever wins it can put whatever they want in there.
Exactly. To win it and figure out what fits in the bag for your own self.
Hang on now. We do have this.
Oh, it's for headphones and other stuff.
But it's padded, so it's not just real thin stuff. It's got a little bit of bulk to it to protect your expensive items.
You know what goes in there? A Game Boy. One of those old Game Boys. I bet it would fit. I bet you'd have to maneuver it in there. But like, I always just had my Game Boy like out. I needed a bag. I wish I knew Christine then. Okay. To win this. A very important question. Right? The hottest planet in our solar system is 450 degrees Celsius. Which planet is it?
I get to go first, or is this open to everybody?
You get to go first.
Jupiter. Yeah? No? Yeah.
No, sir. Not today. It's not Jupiter. Okay, audience. We got a good answer right here.
Pretty sure we've already got a correct answer. Yep.
We got Mercury. We got another Mercury.
Yeah.
The real answer is Venus. The answer is Venus. Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system and has an average surface temperature of around 450 degrees Celsius. I would be uncomfortable on that planet.
I would be crispy in about 30 minutes and good to go with some green beans and mashed potatoes.
Oh, man. We'd be gristle. Okay. The solar system is a terrible monster. What were you going to say, Josh?
I was going to say we had quite a laundry list of people winning prizes tonight. Everybody. I mean, Ryan made out like a bandit, but a lot of other people made out well, too. This was a good night, man.
Andrew, you are too kind. Thank you. Oh, man.
I feel weird now.
Oh, Christine says Travis wins all of her prizes. He loves them. What do you say? You got a real fan. Okay, so the prize cam is tabulating the final facts. Right? Thank you.
Right.
You wrecked my attention because I was just floundering for a long time. That's all I was going to say. You were going to win it.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I was just watching the show.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Do you guys want to see a preview of one of our prizes for next week?
I do.
Yeah.
Embiggen me if you would.
Consider yourself embiggened.
This is the super shiny foil cover because you could get such things in the 90s pretty much all the time in the early 2000s. This is Avengers number 360 with a super shiny foil cover of Vision, signed in a humongous red signature by Mr. Steve Epting, the artist. Look at that.
That's crazy.
How awesome is that?
I love it.
Shiny
That's
and embossed.
That's a classic Steve Epting. He does a great signature. And yeah, that's a shiny embossed of the Vision, who is super popular right now. So yeah, that'll be one of our prizes next week.
When people can, commingle again, I'm going to cosplay the Vision from Visions. Did I talk about this? I'm just going to be a suburban dad with a red face. It's going to be amazing. I love it. So,
I thought
you
you
guys
were
ready?
going to foil cover one.
What'd you say?
I thought you were going to shoot for the foil cover Vision.
Just the full silver. I'm just going to spray paint myself silver.
All silver.
It'll be a fitting end to my career as a human. Okay, Ryan, how do you feel you did today?
I feel all right.
I feel like you did well.
Yeah.
I feel like you put up a good show, and I feel like you walked away with some really cool stuff. So you got 5 out of 9. That's over 50%. I mean, that's like a D, right? So you got the stickers, so you can rep for us wherever you are. You got the Hawkeye drawing, right? One of a kind. You got that Rocket Raccoon variant comic. You got that sick Mickey Mouse toy, zombified, right? So, you can put that wherever you want to scare a kid. And you got the Spider-Gwen comic. So, one of a kind sketch cover comic by yours truly. And you got, I'm going to add this to the list here. You got this Justin Lynch print of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Catwoman. Is it all of them? I don't know. I feel like there's a new one coming out.
Yeah.
What about Zoe Kravitz? Got to get updated. Next time you run into Justin, just have him draw it by hand. What'd you say, Ryan?
So it's not been released yet, so maybe it's a technicality.
Agreed.
Yeah.
It's like, that's really pushing it.
Yeah, probably so. There's none of the fan films are on there. You got Justin. You got to hit the. What do people do when they work? What do you hit?
This,
Bricks.
Well, who else won prizes?
Okay. While we do this, if you haven't hit the like button yet, and you hate us, just go ahead and do it. Okay. The erasers.
If you haven't subscribed yet, definitely do that too, because we're 7 people away from getting our own URL, which, as they tell me, means that we're just going to be like, woo, through the roof. I don't think it's going to happen, but, you'll be one of the cool kids. You'll be one of the ones that goes, yeah, well, we knew them back then when they were cool.
Early adopter, right?
That's true.
What are we going to make our URL?
I have no idea. I haven't really thought that far ahead because I never thought this day would come. I'll get some advice from Nick and Dustin. They'll tell me. Panda can tell me.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic, Alan Breedlove won that, and he gave it to Panda because Alan is a sweetheart. Zachary Jordan won the $25 to Haven Comics because he's just buying out the whole store. The Batman toy that went to Justin Lynch, and I know he's going to love that because the man is in love with Batman. He's got a real affection for Batman. And then the Batman drawing by Corbin Delaney, that went to Panda. And then the Space Bag went to Travis Goodwin. So a good showing. A lot of people won a lot of cool stuff today. Happy. Filled with joy to see it. Josh, you got anything you want to add?
Just so folks remember to go to the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo because they are awesome. And there you go. He's showing off some of the guests who are going to be attending the expo this year.
Listen, big and him.
Yeah, we should do that.
Who are those guys?
9th through 11th.
Now, some of those have had to cancel because they have filming going on. So I know, Lou Ferrigno was one of them, and Osric Chow was another. But they've gotten some other people coming in too. It's going to be awesome. And if you're any kind of comics fan, guys, Jim Shooter is going to be there, and dude is awesome. I got his first published comic book art or comic book art, comic book story. I have the comic book. It's in good shape too. Um, that I'm going to be taking to get signed and slabbed. And that's a story he turned into DC Comics when he was 13 years old.
Wow.
They didn't have any way of knowing that he was a kid. He sent him a story submission, and they were like, "Hey, this is really good. We should publish this. Hey, can you send us some more?" And he's like, "Heck yeah, I can." And then when you meet him, he's like 6'8". He's crazy tall. And so I mean, they meet this 13-year-old kid, and they're like, "Oh God, he's a 13-year-old kid, but he's enormous, and I'm not going to tell him no." So he's been in comics since he was 13 years old. On the creative side of things, it's incredible. Bring all those Secret Wars number 8s. Get him to sign those things. Get those suckers slabbed with that yellow label.
Could you imagine being successful in something you love at 13?
I can imagine it. It didn't happen, but I can imagine it.
I'm out here grinding with comics, like trying to just put something in somebody's hand at 35.
Hey,
and
Jay.
just like
Glad
when I put a comic book in somebody's hand and somebody's like, "This is cool," it's like the galaxy explodes inside my brain.
Yeah, I did not tell him about this, Zachary, but remember last week when we asked Zachary what was the first comic he read? And it was some really weird comic about don't do drugs. Do you remember?
Yeah.
He found it online.
You still have
he
it?
found it.
Oh.
No, he found it online, and he's like, "Oh my God, here it is!" And he sent me a link to it. It's like this is. I mean, he was remembering that was coming back to him. Very funny.
Do we have tickets to the expo at the store?
We absolutely do. We sold several today, as a matter of fact. So come on down and get them. They're not going to be any cheaper than they are right now. So come get them.
And they're more expensive at the door, too.
I got a cool anti-drug one.
What is this?
Dennis the Menace takes a poke at poison.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like Dennis the Menace would do drugs, so it's pretty good to use him.
Or at least he definitely grew up to do drugs.
I shouldn't go down this road. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
So, guys, I really appreciate hanging out with you today. This has been a great show. Audience, we love having you. I love having you. It's always fun to hang out with you. If you want to keep doing the show with us, maybe be on it. We like having guests. Guests are cool, so just reach out to us, and maybe we make that work. You can come on, win some cool stuff. If you like just hanging out and watching us, hang out in the audience. We love to have you. It's been a fun ride so far. Josh, if you don't have anything else to add, I'm gonna
Yeah,
pass
I
the
was
reins
going to
to
say
you.
if you're watching this after the fact, if you're watching this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, not watching it live and participating, we really appreciate that too. So thanks for watching. We got our first review on Google today that mentioned today or yesterday that mentioned the show actually. So that was awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, we're internet famous now. So I can't wait to get my Paris Hilton money. But thanks for coming on, Ryan. Really appreciate it.
I want to give that person a specific shout out because that filled me with joy. So I'm gonna find that name real quick here. I'm gonna view all our Google reviews. I'm gonna go to the most. I'm gonna show newest and Amelia. Thank you for watching the show. We appreciate having you, even if it's not right now. So tomorrow when you're watching the show, Amelia, thank you.
Specifically, Amelia, thank you.
Amelia only. That was to everyone in the entire world named Amelia, but the one who I'm talking to, you know who you are. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. But Ryan, thanks for coming on, man. It was great having you on. It was great talking to you. You nailed the Sweeney Todd, and I wasn't sure you were going to get that one, and you just like, boom, Sweeney Todd. So rock on with your bad self.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. It was a lot of fun. I wasn't sure. I don't do a lot of this on-camera stuff, so this was cool.
Well, everybody has beard envy now from looking at you, so
I know it's dark. Well,
it's glorious.
Oh man, I didn't even appreciate the full breadth of the beard.
Yeah, I
until
know.
just now.
Fight against my black shirt.
Yeah, you need to wear a white shirt to show it off.
Look at that. Yeah, that's glorious.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. I'm going to go see how mad my wife is at me.
Tell her I'm sorry. Tell her we're all sorry.
Yeah.
I will. I'll talk to you guys
Happy
later. Y'all have a
anniversary.
great night. Thanks, everybody.